Hey, it's Annie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be reviewing the new Patrick Ta foundation. Now this is a foundation and a finishing powder. I got the shade, let me tell you the shade that I got. I'm going to tell you all about this. You're going to see me apply it and you're also going to see a check-in with how it looks, okay? So this is in the color Fair 4, which I think I got a really good match. I'm wearing it right now. I got a really good match. So it's in shade, there you go, 4 Fair, which like I said, I think that's a really good match for me. I think this is a good match for me. And this is what it looks like. It looks kind of dark, but don't let it scare you, okay? So I purchased mine at Sephora. And as you're going to see me applying this, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about a couple different ways that I've applied it compared to what I did today, because I actually messed up in this video today, but we're going to talk about it. It's the Major Skin Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo, which I don't know why he would put a finishing powder in there. I think a setting powder would make more sense than a finishing powder, because a finishing powder is just going to help to blur your skin, but it's not going to keep your makeup on longer. So keep that in mind, okay? I was under the impression it was going to be a setting powder, so I wasn't paying attention when I purchased it. Okay. There's not a huge range of shades, but there are, different shades, but it's not a huge selection, to be honest with you. It's a pressed powder formula, so maybe that's why he didn't put a setting powder, but when you have oily skin, you get a natural finish cream formula, good for pores, it says. I'm going to talk about that. Medium coverage, talk about that. Best for oily combo and normal skin, which I definitely agree. It says that this thing says what it is, a duo that includes a blendable medium coverage foundation paired with a satin finish powder. It says that it's a buildable, breathable cream formula that melts into and moves with the skin. It also includes an air-spun setting powder. Now this says setting powder, the other one says finishing powder. Okay. Setting powder that blurs the appearance of pores to create a flawless looking skin-like finish. You're going to see me do a check-in video today with this, but I messed up because I did not use the powder. But I'm going to do it on camera for you guys, okay? I'm going to do it on camera and we'll see what it looks like at the end of the day. So, this is how I've been applying it. Now, the way that it stays the best on me, and I messed up on this today, but the way that it stays the best on me with my oily skin here in Florida without it getting too greasy is using the Tatcha oil-free liquid canvas. I love this primer. I actually have to pick another one up. This is turning into be one of my favorite ones for this time of the year where it's still hot and humid here. I love this. So when I put this on, I'm going to get a shine at the end of the day, but I can wear this for 8 hours without it looking gross. Okay, it's going to get shiny. You see how shiny it is already. It's going to be a shiny foundation on me, but it's not going to look greasy. I told you guys, I like a glowy look. Recently, I reviewed the House Labs foundation, and that looked amazing on me until 4 hours, and it looked like crap. But this is not like that. This is amazing. So if you have really oily skin, even though this is meant for oily skin, I still would recommend getting like a primer like this. Doesn't have to be this one, but I would definitely get one that's going to not, be oil-free, and one that's going to grip your foundation on really, really well. I've applied this with a brush, but sometimes applying it with a brush, you have to be careful because I feel like it does go into my pores, making it look like highlight them. But when I use my Stands Out sponge with it, like I did today, perfect. Perfect, because it blends out really well. I can push it into my pores. I'm going to have this linked below. Everything else that I'm wearing in this video, I'm going to talk about my eyes too at the end of this video, okay? But I can use a sponge or brush. The brush that I've used with it is this one. This is the one from BK Beauty. I did like the one from Estee Lauder, that powder brush, but it looks like they discontinued it, so you probably won't see me talking about it anymore on my channel. This is a really good one too. I'm usually not a brush person, but if I have to use a brush, this is a really, really nice one, but I really prefer using a sponge. So I push it into my skin. I feel like this. I feel like you can get a lighter coverage or you can build it up. I do feel like you can get a lighter coverage. The nice thing about this, I don't feel like I'm wearing a foundation. It feels very comfortable on me. It feels really, really light. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's transfer proof, but I don't touch my face. I don't touch my face. Once my makeup is on, it's on. I don't touch it. The only thing I will say that I do, and I forgot to bring it in here, but I use the Double Wear powder from Estee Lauder. That one helps to keep my makeup on too. And then I also use this duo, which has been great for keeping my makeup on. The MAC Fix Plus and the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over. Now, normally I spray it on, but today I had to use my Stands Out sponge because I did my eye makeup first. And when I do my eye makeup and then I put my setting sprays on, I don't know why, but I always end up getting transfer from my mascara. I have no idea why. So that's why I did it that way. So there's a lot of makeup artists that prefer to do it that way. They say it's better. I don't know. But that's what I did today. For shits and giggles, do I have a brush in here? Yeah, I do. I am going to put a little bit of this finishing powder on, which I don't know how what's gonna happen, but we're just gonna do it. So I'm just gonna go in here. I feel like this is more of a finishing powder. I really do, because when I used this the first time, so the first time I did this, I didn't use a primer and it didn't hold up as well. So I don't know that this is gonna hold up as well today, but we'll see. I feel like it held up better when I had this on. But it wasn't terrible, but it definitely didn't hold up as well. And I feel like the powder didn't really do much as far as keeping it on either. That's why I have to use the other powder. So I'm just going to put, oh gosh, look at that. Wow, that's a nice powder. I'm going to zoom you guys in. Wow. I'm going to zoom you guys in before I'm going to do half my face. So you'll still see a shine, but you definitely get a blurring effect with this. And I've shared that before. You know, any matte powder, you are going to get a blurring effect. But this is a nice powder. It feels like it's very light. Okay, so let me zoom you in so you can see what it looks like compared to the other side. So I still have a nice glow, but it does look a little smoother. My pores look a little bit smoother, but anytime you put a matte powder on, you're going to get that effect. I just want to be okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more on. So I match. I don't need to have one side done and the other side. So it definitely does blur out the pores, you know, because here's the thing that I want to explain to you, because I shared a video on my shorts recently. When you're putting a matte powder over an area that's shiny, that where you may have texture or pores, when you put something matte on it, it's going to look smoother. It's not going to draw attention because you don't have that light reflecting on it, drawing attention to it. So when you put something matte on top of it, then it's going to look smoother. So I just want to be, you guys know I keep it real. Okay. But it is a really nice powder. One thing that I have not done with this is I haven't tried it with a velour, so I don't know if a velour would be any different. I'll have to let you guys know. But I am really loving this. I think if you have oily skin, if you have normal skin, I think you're gonna love it. Definitely not for dry skin. If you have dry skin, you're not gonna like this at all. But on oily skin, you're gonna love it because you're gonna get this really pretty glow. And throughout the day, you know, your oils are going to come through a little bit, but it doesn't look greasy. That was the thing that happened with the House Labs, is that, like, it looked great for 4 hours. And then it started looking like too much. And down here, it started settling my pores and made it look like I had a bunch of whiteheads on my chin. I mean, it was really gross. I do not have this with this. I'm just surprised. And you see in the video, like, my skin looks like shiny at the end of the day, but it doesn't look greasy and gross. So this is a really, 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 really good one. I don't have any current cream foundations, so this is a nice addition to what I already have. I don't always wear cream foundations. Sometimes I feel a little bit heavy to me, but this one to me personally feels really, really light. It just looks really pretty. It looks natural. It looks like a nice, glowy, gorgeous skin. I love this. I really do. And by the way, I said I was going to tell you what I have on my eyes. I'm wearing the Patrick Ta palette. I have the original one. I don't know that I want to get the new one because the colors in there, I don't really think those colors would work on me. But this is the one that I have. This is the Major Dimensions. I love it. I love this one. I've shared tutorials, and you'll see that it's been well loved. I use this palette, okay? So it's well loved. I love it. And that's what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and I'm very satisfied with this cream foundation. So again, if you have oily skin, if you have normal skin, you are going to love this foundation. You are going to love it. If you don't have those two, and you have dry skin, I definitely would not recommend it. And it's not meant for dry skin. So, I mean, it even says on their description that it's really from normal to oily skin. So I just want to be clear on that. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you have this palette, or if you have this foundation, like it, don't, please share it in the comments. Also, share your other favorite Patrick Ta products in the comments below, because I really want to try more from his brand, because I'm just really, really impressed with what I've tried so far. So thank you guys again for joining me, and I will catch you guys all in my next video. Bye.